So I went to New York City because I didn't get a job. Yeah, so listen, okay? I was so fucking tired of being in this like little room all by myself, never leaving the house because, you know, why was I inflicting this to myself, right? So I decided, you know what? If the job I apply to and like the interview doesn't go well, I will go on a little trip because like what's the point? I received an email saying, we're sorry, it's not gonna work. So I was like, okay, bet. And then I booked a trip to New York. This house was suffocating enough and I needed to breathe a new air, right? So yeah, I sent way too many CVs and received the same answer for all of them. And sometimes I didn't even get an answer. So, you know. So yeah, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be waiting around any longer because it doesn't make sense to me to just, you know, wait for something to happen. Like, I'm not that type of person usually. And now it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna change my perspective. I'm gonna change my mind. And I'm gonna start over again after like this trip. The bus ride was something because I went by bus and it was my first solo trip. I mean solo in like parentheses. It's like solo, yeah, but I had a group I could follow around, but like we still have like alone time. So yeah. So basically, I had to wake up like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. But I kind of woke up at like midnight 30 because I couldn't sleep anymore. I was like too stressed and I was like, okay, yeah, what's the point anyway? So I went and I did something else for like a couple minutes. And then I went out and drove my car to the place where I was taking the bus. The bus was supposed to arrive at like 2:30-ish in the morning. It wasn't there at 2:30. It was another bus, but it wasn't mine. So I guess, yeah, the bus arrived at maybe like 2:45, 3 a.m., something like that. I was knackered, okay? Like my brain could not compute that I was on the bus. I was so sleep deprived. I could not think. I thought, you know, I thought I would be able to just sleep on the bus. Wrong. Like, try sleeping on a bus. Like, it was a Voyager bus, and luckily I had nobody else next to me. But even then, I tried to sleep. I tried to lay down, but the seats were so tiny. I was basically like, I was so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. So I barely slept. Like, I don't know if you ever tried to sleep in like stiff ass bus seats, but it wasn't something else. I had like a little pillow, like a travel pillow. It was fine. I was able to get maybe like 2 hours of sleep around. I was not exactly like deep sleep. It was just like I had my eyes closed. By 5 a.m. I couldn't sleep anymore, and also like light, like the sun was already like showing itself, right? So I was like, okay, fine, I'm not gonna sleep anymore. So I put on my sunglasses and I just watched outside. But yeah, we still had a long way to go. Like by 5 a.m. we still had like maybe 3 hours more of writing until we went for breakfast. So I put on my sunglasses and I watched the trees and the mountain go by. It was so fun. And I didn't think to put on my earbuds because, I don't know, I was like, I wanted to keep my phone off of me for the majority of the time. Anyway, at like 8 a.m.-ish, we stopped. Our first stop of the day. We stopped for breakfast at High-Up. And yeah, I mean, the coffee was okay. I needed a coffee. I was Like, honestly, I have never in my life been so sleep deprived. I could have eaten anything and it would have tasted good. After breakfast, we took off on the bus again for like 5 more hours. My ass was killing me. Like, how do you continuously like sit on the bus? Like, I honestly, I couldn't feel my butt cheeks anymore. And I had dark circles under my eyes, like more so than usual, but you know, after one last pit stop where I took water and like spicy Cheetos, we arrived to New York City. Like finally, I could finally feel myself. Yes, okay, we're here. We are here. The cars, the buildings, the music, because they always do this in buses. Like the moment you enter NYC, it's the song, the Frank Sinatra song that plays.
Or the New York, this one.
But for us, it was the Frank Sinatra song.
Start spreading the news, this one, you know.
Crazy, okay? I was not ready for this. I was like, oh my God, there's so many people, okay? Keep in mind, I'm still delirious because I have not slept. Basically, we arrived at Bryant Park, okay? And the moment we are there, we descend the bus, and I am hit with a wave of a certain green smell. Like, you know the smell. Like, it just infiltrates my nostrils and burns my nose hair. You know what I mean? Oh, and it also smelled like smoked food, but like not smoked food. It's just like smoke and food mixed together. But here's the thing, yeah? So our tour has just begun, and I'm so sleep deprived that in my brain, I think it's 4 p.m. It is only 1 p.m. But in my mind, I was like, okay, time to just rest and do nothing. No, I still had a whole tour to go on. So like my body and my brain were like, I still have my glasses, not much of sunlight, but I kept my glasses. Because honestly, if you looked into my eyes, you would see nothing. I was gone. I took pictures though, so we visited the cathedral and then we went to see the library. It was honestly really, really gorgeous, and I learned a lot of things. Like, our guide was really like knowledgeable, and so yeah, I learned a lot about the US, especially New York's history, and it was really, really interesting. And I don't know, it was cool. It was like pretty and like peaceful in a way. By the time we hit 5 p.m., we went to eat, and I ate a salad with shrimp. It was huge. Listen, I needed the veggies. I didn't get any veggies, I think. I had fruits in the morning, but that's it. Like, and also water, because I was throat dry. Like, I could not have been more dry. So yeah, after supper, I went alone. Like, I could like visit the city alone. I went back to the library. I walked like Bryant Park, and it was like the little Christmas like shops and stuff like that. It was really, really cute. I walked pretty much the whole trip. I went there. It was so cool. It was so pretty too. I took a lot of pictures and shut my brain off, and it was like, okay, I am finally alone and I can breathe and I can just not hear anything. And then we arrived at the hotel. I think it was like 8 p.m. maybe that we arrived at the hotel, and I didn't film anything at the hotel. Like, the only thing that I did was I took a shower. I mean, I called my mom first, but then I took a shower and I went to bed, because like, we had to be awake at 6:30 a.m. the next day. And mind you, I didn't get any sleep, like any amount of sleep before I went. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take all the sleep I need, all the sleep I can get. I literally just plopped into bed and went into dreamland. We are here now the next day. The first thing we did, we went to Central Park. And like that day was, I think, the most jam-packed day. It was Saturday. So yeah, we did a lot of things. Roll with me as I just rapid fire spit at you what we did the whole day. So after Central Park, we did a tour by bus. Bronx, Chinatown, Little Italy, food break, and then the financial district, Wall Street, One World Trade Center, the view. Dude, I don't know how I survived just going so fast up that elevator. It muddled my brain. I was but it was worth the shot. It was really pretty. It was really pretty, actually. I admired it. So yeah, after that we went down and just watched a lot of things like Hudson River and stuff like that. And then we went to eat and I ate a chicken wrap, buffalo chicken wrap, something like that. It was really good. And then I went to see Times Square. And now Times Square, I just enjoyed being there. And then it was back to the hotel. And again, took a shower, plopped to bed. And then next day, Sunday, we went to see the Brooklyn Bridge. And we learned about how it was built and how 3 people kind of worked on it. I mean, like the workers worked on it, but you know, like 3 major people were like behind the construction of it. It was really cool. Like it was actually a really beautiful day. It was sunny, it wasn't too cold, it was perfect. And then afterwards, we took a little boat to see, I don't know, a little like statue that, you know, I think you might know her name, like the Statue of Liberty. I don't know, it's pretty niche. Anyway, I took a lot of pictures on this boat. And if you don't know me, I'm seasick. I get seasick a lot. I have motion sickness. But luckily for me, I had a little band, a little wristband that I could put there. I thought I forgot it, but I didn't. And I was like, oh, thank goodness, we are fine. And then after that, it was like free time. And I could like just walk around. I walked the 5th Avenue and the 6th Avenue entirely, almost. I just liked it. I just liked being like away from my house. And I was like, okay, fine, we're just walking. And I was like, nah, 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 nah. It was really fun. And then supper time came and I decided to, you know what? I am going to be taking like in the food stalls, you know, like in Bryant Park, there's like food stalls for like smaller like companies and stuff like that. So I went there and I thoroughly enjoyed my bow. It was really good. And then, you know, I just returned to where I visited before and I just like enjoyed the rest of my trip. And then Monday came. It was the last day, the last official day of it all. We went to see Great Central. Then we had lunch. I had lunch and it was time to go bye-bye. But why I wanted to make this video is like, it's important to take time for yourself. Sometimes in life, things might not look easy or just feel easy, and maybe you feel lost or you feel like you've tried everything you could and it doesn't work anymore. I think it's okay to just invest in yourself. I went on a trip. For some of you, it might be investing in skincare or anything else, investing in your hobbies or stuff like that, and it's fine. It is so valid and it's okay. And if you want to travel, solo travel, I recommend it. Solo travel really is something important to try and do at least once in your life, because it's there that you remember, that you kind of like, oh shit, I am alone. with my thoughts. I'm alone by myself. I'm legit alone, and you have to enjoy your own company, because in free times sometimes other people might do other things that you maybe don't want to do, and even if they invite you to it, you have to, I don't know, do your own stuff. So yeah, solo travel is a great opportunity to learn about yourself and learn to trust yourself and just be with yourself. You are the only person that would truly understand you in your life, and it's okay to not understand yourself now. It takes years, decades. You might not know yourself now, and you might think you do now, but then in 3 years you might feel, oh well, I'm not exactly like that. Did I get a job? No, I'm still looking. Did this trip give me a job suddenly? No. It just gave me another way to look at the world. I cannot force people to give me a job. I can only look forward and continue to work hard. I don't know. But I think it's good for now. Ciao.